Hi everyone, welcome to today's vlog. I've hummed and hawed about doing this as one long vlog or three shorter vlogs or two shorter vlogs, and I still haven't really decided if the truth were told. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's probably going to just be one long vlog, and because it's all intertwined, looking back on my goals for this year, planning my goals for next year, and having a rough plan of like what I'm going to do vlogging wise, it's all interlinked, so it makes sense really to do one longer vlog today, and then I probably won't vlog tomorrow or Monday because I've got friends tomorrow and I've got Zoom call with family on Monday, so it would be better for me actually to do a longer vlog today. If you don't want to listen to me rambling on for too long, you can always save half of it for tomorrow or something. But yeah, I like setting goals. I am a teacher, so I have experience of setting goals, although I always think it's much easier to set them for other people than it is for yourself. But I've done quite a bit of training and research and knowing what works and what doesn't, and I do like to reflect back on my goals. I never give myself a hard time if I haven't completed something or if it didn't really work. I like to learn from these things. As well as being a teacher, I'm also a student. I always think that we're constantly learning throughout life. So here goes. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here for ages, thank you. I do appreciate every single one of you, and thank you for supporting me and watching and commenting and liking and all the messages and emails, and even we've met up with people this year and it's been amazing. Really enjoyed it. As I've said before, I do my YouTube channel purely as a hobby, and I really do enjoy it, so thank you everybody. So last year I set myself, I've got a few notes here, so if I keep looking down that's why, I set myself 6 goals for the whole year, and I think I was supposed to then set monthly goals, which I sort of did, but I didn't do that religiously every month, and I think it would have been better if I had done. However, I was always thinking about my goals, so if I did any kind of 100-day challenge or anything like that, or just day-to-day stuff, I had these 8 goals in mind, and I kind of thought that by doing yearly goals it would give me a nice long amount of time to achieve them. But actually for me it hasn't worked all that well. I think I need to be more specific, and I'll come on to that, but I'll just quickly tell you what they were and if I've actually achieved them. So the first one for this year was to lose 2 stone, which I haven't done. I've lost, I think it's about 8 or 9 pounds, so that's good. At least I haven't put on. Yeah, that was the first one. The second goal that I'd set myself was to get a good morning routine going for exercises, and I wanted to do 20 minutes every single morning, and I also haven't managed to achieve that goal. My back has taken a lot longer than I originally thought to get better, and yeah, so you know, I tried to do exercises and the back would hurt again, and yeah, so that one also not achieved. Again, I'll talk more about that in a minute. Number 3 was to learn cross stitch, which I didn't do. I tried it and I got very frustrated and ended up doing other craft things. I definitely got my creative mojo back, and I did learn how to do macrame. You know, I'm still doing macrame bits and I've really enjoyed that. I've got a sewing machine. I've been trying different bits and bobs. So crochet for one. So although I haven't done the cross stitch, I feel like I got my creativity back, and that was really important for me. Number 4 was to write, and I felt I've done quite well on this one. I've been journaling most of the year, and I'll show you the journal I'm using at the moment. My lovely friend Nikki in a vlog bought me this one, and I'm filling this one in. I do it every evening. I'm not going to show you the pages that I filled in, but it's a lovely layout, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm doing my journaling, and also I have some new pen friends who we write to each other, and that's been a really nice thing to do. I'm really enjoying writing and receiving letters. I think it's a bit hit and miss sometimes whether they get there or whether the replies get to me, but it's really given me a great source of joy, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. Number 5, and I will continue with the writing. In fact, I've got all my little basket of writing things out just now, and I'm going to write some letters to post next week. Number 5 was to be able to swim. I think I wanted to do like 8 lengths of the lagoon down at the Atlantico, and I have been swimming. I have really got my confidence back with swimming. Again, I had to be a bit careful because of my back, and it really had knocked me a bit because I was worried about, especially about being in the sea, if it was wavy anywhere, that my back would suddenly hurt and I wouldn't be able to swim, you know, properly, whatever. I feel I'm quite a strong swimmer normally, and so yeah, I've got back into swimming, so that's brilliant. And number 6, the last one, was to be able to hold a conversation in Spanish. And have I achieved that? Yes, I can hold a conversation in Spanish. I'm far from fluent, don't get me wrong, but I'm finding here in Fuerteventura people are really kind, and everybody, in my experience, people that I've come into contact with, Spanish speakers, have been really helpful, really kind, really pleased that you're trying to learn. And so I do have conversations with people. You know, I can go into the doctors, for example, and tell the receptionist that I've got an appointment, and I can ask where I need to go, and I can understand what they're saying back to me. The lady in the post office is lovely. We often have a little conversation. She knows I'm learning Spanish. Waitresses and waiters in bars and restaurants, they like it if you try to speak a little bit, and obviously Spanish friends of mine have also been really helpful. I've also had like random conversations with people just at the beach, or you know, in the toilet, in the women's toilets or whatever. So I think, yeah, I have ticked that one off my list. Obviously I want to improve, because when I say conversation, it's it's a very, very simple conversation. But yeah, so those were my goals for last year, and I feel like I've done okay, but I wanted to arrange this year's goals in a slightly different way. When I put my teacher's head on, I need to be able to measure my goals, and I need to be able to see progress. And for that reason, I've come up with 2 ways of looking at them. And also I've split my goals into 4 sections. So let me show you. I'm going to do monthly goals as well. So this is January. So my 4 different sections are for craft, for exercise, for the house, and for Spanish. And some of you might be surprised to see on my goals that there's nothing to do with diet and food. And this is a very big thing for me because I do still need to lose weight, and I will still be trying to eat a healthy diet, and I will still be weighing myself. But I came to the conclusion that because I've been on a diet for so many years, I tend to set goals about diets. So I'll do things perhaps like eat the rainbow, or lose 2 pounds this week, or eat more protein, or blah blah blah. And when you're concentrating on your goals on a day-to-day basis, if one of them for me is based on food, then that's all I think about. That's all I think about: food. What am I going to eat later that encompasses the colours of the rainbow? How am I going to eat more protein? And inevitably I spend all day thinking about food. What do I then do all day? Eat. So I had a really long think about this and did a bit of research. I've spoken to friends, I chatted to my mum, and I think I'm gonna not focus on it and focus on other things and see what happens. I am quite good at reevaluating if I need to, and because I've got this little system going where I can measure my goals, as it were, and measure progress. Yeah, anyway, watch this space. But so for January, my main goals are exercise. So by the end of January, I would like to be able to be doing 10,000 steps every day, 10 minutes of exercise every morning, then 10 minutes of seated exercise, because I want to try and get back into yoga. That's sort of my main goal, is to get back into yoga. And I would like to be able to do 10 minutes of hula hooping. However, with the exercise goals, I have to be realistic. If it hurts me, if it hurts my back, I'll have to pare it back. And I'll also, this is for January, but the exercise goals might last into February. You know, if I'm able to do the 10 minutes, then I might actually think to myself, well, I'm okay with the 10 minutes, the back doesn't hurt, let's carry that on for another month before we up it a bit more. And I'll just show you, this is my little notebook that I've devised, and you can see that the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are to do with exercise. And I did a bit of research about habits, and this is a daily tracker. So I've got what I need to do. So the first thing is legs up the wall, which is what I do every morning, and I have to do that for my back. Then I've got my 10 minutes of exercise, because I like to get that done straight away. Then my 10 minutes of seated exercises, 10 minutes hula hoop, and my 10,000 steps, because then we try and go out for a walk. And I've put here a score for each one. So when I do them, I'm going to score them. So if I do 10 minutes of exercise, I'll give myself a 10. If I only do 5 minutes, I will give myself a 5, because the best will in the world, you're not going to do everything you want to every single day. Sometimes you don't feel like it, sometimes you're poorly, sometimes you've got other things to do. And so this is a much, for me anyway, this is a better way of doing goals, because I feel like I can be very all or nothing. So if I think, right, we've got to get up early tomorrow because we're going somewhere, I will be like, oh well, I won't bother doing my exercises, there's no point, because I can't do 10 minutes, 10,000 steps. But by doing it this way, even if I only do 2 minutes exercise and 2 minutes sitting on my yoga mat and 2,000 steps, it's better than nothing. And by scoring myself, I can either see progress, or I can see, perhaps, I don't know, every Sunday I can't be bothered, or, you know, I've lacked motivation or whatever. So for me anyway, I think this is going to be quite a good way of doing this. And I've also written these things down in the order that I want to do them. So, you know, I can score myself out. I've written the days of the week in Spanish. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I am going to start this on Monday, which I know is not the 1st of January or anything, but I don't care. And I actually have started doing these exercises, and I can't yet do 10 minutes. So again, it will be a gradual build up. The hula hooping, I did 2 minutes the other day, and then I actually nearly was dead the rest of the day. I really hurt myself. So it might be that I only do like 30 seconds to start with. And again, with the 10,000 steps for my scoring, I'm going to put, so if I do 10,000, I'll score myself 10. If I do 7,000, I'll score myself 7. And it's a really good little way of giving yourself a visual picture. So that moves me on to the next thing, which is craft. I really want to concentrate on my creative things. And again, it goes back to the whole thing of not being obsessed with food, maybe put my energies into something else. So I want to first of all tidy out and sort out my craft cupboard. It's all got a bit messy. I've bought so many things and then not done anything with them. I need to get a bit more organised with it. I want to sew and send a bookmark to somebody. I want to decide on and complete a simple small crochet project. And I also want to, and this again goes on my daily. So first of all, I've got my daily thing of being creative for 15 minutes. And again, I will score that. So if I only do 10 minutes, I'll only get a 10. The next thing is to draw every day, and I've put draw in a circle because I was going to do like a circle in my sketchbook, but I've decided just to do a page. So each month I'm going to try every day to draw a little picture that represents that day. And I've seen this online, and they look so nice when they're finished. So that's going to be my little aim. So that's the craft stuff. For Spanish, now obviously I'm going to my Spanish class. Oh, let me just show you. I've also got this that I got, which is like a hanging thing. And in this, I'm going to have little projects. So when I'm doing my 15 minutes creative, I can just come to this. This hangs on the back of the door, and I grab something. So in this one, I've put the macrame thing that Nikki bought me because I want to complete that. In the bottom, in this thing, I've got my crochet, and then in the top one I think I'm going to put I've got some coasters that I'm decorating with little diamond things. I think I'm going to put them in there, so that will help me to be organised, grab a little project and work on it for 15 minutes each day. That's the plan. Right, where did I get to? Spanish. So yeah, Spanish. Obviously I go to school 3 times a week, which is great, but I feel like I still need to study a little bit every day, and I've stopped doing Duolingo for many reasons, and so I need to do really the work that we're doing at school. I need to be using that as like a basis for my studies. And again, a lot of the January goals are about getting organised. So sort all my Spanish books. I've got loads of like textbooks. I need to sort them out. Buy a new vocab and a lesson book. I have actually already done that. File the papers that I need and complete Spanish bingo for the month. So what I've done is made like a bingo thing, and that's got on it all the little exercises that I'm going to try and do at breakfast time every morning. So I'll just choose one depending on what mood I'm in. I might be in the mood to do a listening exercise. I might be in the mood to do a speaking. I might be in the mood to watch something. I might be in the mood to write or to do some vocab. But I've written it all down. I know what we're going to be working on at school next term. So it's all linked. So I'm really hoping that's going to improve my my studying and my ability to speak more fluently in Spanish. I will let you know how it goes. And then last but not least, I wanted some house goals because there's so much stuff I want to get done around the house. And again, these are quite simple. I need to sort all my plants, which I have started doing. I like to clutter clear. Martin and I are quite good at getting rid of stuff that we don't need or want anymore. And I need to deep clean each room. I want to do some painting outside, and I want to research and price up to get some gravel to go in the garden. So those are the 4 house goals. And the other thing on here that I popped on there was my evening skincare, because I can be a little bit random with that. So I just want to, do that properly as well. So what I've done in order to help me is I've got myself, well, I've had this bag for ages, but I've got everything in this bag that I need to complete all my goals. So this little book will live in the bag, and then I can get this out in the morning, get all my exercise done, tick it all off, and then the other things as the day goes on. My journal will live in there so that I can do my journaling. This book has obviously got the goals on the front so that I can look at them, think what should I do today, what can I do, what do I need to be concentrating on. It's got my Spanish bingo, and it's also got all my worksheets that I need to be working on. So there's like time, there's lots of vocab, and then in the bag as well, I've got my sketchbook and some pencils so that I can do my drawing. And I'll probably do with this in the evening when I sit down. I'm not going to show you all my sketchbook because it's not, but I've started this page because my friend is teaching me about aloe vera, so I'm going to start writing down the things that she's teaching me. But basically I'm going to take each page for the month and just do some little drawings and try and fill it up. So that goes in there, because otherwise I sometimes find that if I have everything all over the place, I sort of sit down in the evening and then I think, oh, I can't be bothered to get up and get everything, which is why I don't always put the skincare. I've got my pencil case in there, I've got some marker pen things, and then in here I'm going to keep a selection. I mean, obviously I'll get up and go to the bathroom and wash my face, but I've been keeping a selection of things. So at the moment I'm using that one, and then I've got some nice hand cream in there, that one as well. That one I've been putting on my feet, just so that when I'm just sitting there in the evening, I've got a lip balm in there and some moisturiser. I'm just using up this one. I can be watching TV or whatever and still get everything done that I need to get done. Did that all make sense? I'm quite excited about it, and I hope that by doing it this way and having kind of vague ideas about what I want to achieve by the end of the year, I can actually progress and see myself moving forward. Like I said, I will still be weighing myself, I will still be eating healthily. I can't completely take my eye off the ball because if you're somebody that struggles with their weight, you'll know that if you're given a completely free rein, well, I just go mad, and that's not a good thing for me. But I'm hoping by concentrating on all these other things, and maybe concentrating a lot more on exercise rather than diet, I will balance myself out. I think balance is my word for the year for 2025. I want a balanced life, and I think obsessing over food is not a good way for me to become healthier, because for me the losing weight has always been about being healthy, and I am still a little too overweight to be very, very healthy. And I like to have energy, I like to have motivation, you know, I want to do all these things, and I tend to lose the motivation, lose the energy if I start putting on weight. So we'll see. And that actually kind of leads me on to what I'm going to do vlog wise in 2025. So starting on Wednesday, again, I've got it in my trusty folder. I'm going to, I've got a little sort of schedule, and I hope it's a nice mixture of vlogs that people will enjoy, because I know some people do watch me because of the losing weight and getting ideas for food and things. So I don't want to completely stop doing that, because it helps me as well. Again, if you're new here, I did Slimming World and I lost 6.5 stone. So, you know, I know how hard it is. I know what a struggle it can be, and I don't want to completely go away from that, because yeah, that's me. It is part of my life. So I am going to once a week do a what I eat vlog. I used to really enjoy doing them, and I'm going to do that on a Wednesday. So that will be the New Year's Day vlog. On a Thursday, I'm going to try and put up a vlog about Fuerteventura. So somewhere in Fuerteventura that perhaps we've been for the day, or you know, somewhere that we like going, or maybe even a restaurant that we like, or a town that we've been to, a walk that we've been on. So it will be something Fuerteventura. Friday I'm going to do just a daily vlog, so kind of day in the life type thing. Saturday will be a day off, so there won't be a vlog on a Saturday. Again, balance, word of the year. Sundays I'm going to do like a weekly roundup, so a chat about how the goals are going, if I weighed myself, how, you know, did I lose, did I put on, if I've got any empties, I'll show you those on the Sunday vlog. Books that I've read, anything I've made, you know, if my drawings are not too terrible, I might even share them with you. Yeah, so like a kind of just a chit chat and a catch up. So that's Sunday. Monday I'm going to put up a weekend vlog. Thought that would be quite fun. And then Tuesday again, there's not going to be a vlog on a Tuesday. That's going to be a day off. So that's my plan. I hope that sounds good to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you've got any plans for 2025. Are you focusing on diet? Are you focusing on exercise? Are you focusing on something completely different? Yeah, let me know. I think for me, like I kept saying, the exercise is what I really want to concentrate on, but I have to be careful, because if I overdo it, I injure my back again and I'm right back to square one, and then I can't even do walking, and that's not good. But anyway, I'm going to think positive. The back does seem good at the moment, so fingers crossed. Right, I have been rabbiting on for half an hour, so I'm going to end the vlog here, and I will catch up with you all probably on Wednesday, to be fair, with my what I eat in a day. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks again, and I'll catch up with you Wednesday. Take care. Bye.